Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to day 6 of the 2025 Bowls Queensland Junior State Championships, proudly supported by Drake's Pride and BCIB Insurance Brokers, and our two wonderful host venues in Club Helensvale and also Club Brehmer. Thank you very much to all their staff involved for this event to be running. We can't have it running as smoothly as it is without them. And Bowls Queensland would definitely love to take the opportunity to thank their proud sponsors and supporters, which is Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, ACIT Sports, J. Carroll Club Promotions, and the Bioscapes Group. Remember, if you need any of those, please make contact with them and support those that support our great game. So now we have round 3 for the under 18 boys singles, and this should be a pretty good game because this is I've just been informed this is an open game. The winner of this section, depending on numbers, well, the winner of this game, I think, depending on numbers, will win the section. So Jarrett has 2 wins already, and Thomas has just the 1 win, but has a pretty good margin. So if you can win this game by 3 or 4, he will win the section. Joining me again in commentary, we've got Troy, and as always, Robbie Allen.
Thanks very much, Alan. And yes, we've got Jarrett Coulson 2 wins plus 11, and Tommy Brehmer 1 win plus 7. So Jarrett's basically got 2 to play with. I think if it was a 2 margin, we'd be going to percentages, but I think Jarrett might just have Tommy covered for that. So Tommy's looking for a win of 21-18 as the minimum.
Yep.
To get through. So Jarrett's had a good run, 21-13 over Riley Pollock, 21-13 over Riley Pollock, and then 21-18 over James Gilmore. And Tommy had a win over James Gilmore, also 21-13, and then just went down in his last game in a nail biter by 1 shot to Riley Pollock. So Riley's an outside chance, but I don't think he's even an outside chance because one or the other of these guys is going to win, and the margins aren't going to suit Riley, unfortunately.
Yep.
So we are down to this game to decide Section 1.
It's definitely what we want to see.
You'll see all the other updates of the other sections on Bowls Link, so log on there and have a look at what's happening. On a personal note, and everyone else in the Charleville Flyer fan club, he is having a showdown with Reece Gilman to decide the section. They're both on 2 wins, so whoever wins that game will win Section 4. So good luck to the Flyer.
So it took probably nearly 3/4 of the last game before we got the Charleville Flyer in, but we haven't even started this one, and Troy's dropped him straight in there.
Alan, if the game's getting tight between Reece and the Flyer, Alan could be going solo if it's getting too exciting.
He's a fan. He started the Flyer fan club. So,
but this will be a beauty, this game. So Jarrett's a very cool, calm and collected, sort of happy-go-lucky sort of kid. So he was quick to tell me it's his 4th game on the Ringside Live. He's asking for some shares. He's owned the rink. He'd be up there with just about the most televised player for the tournament, Jarrett.
Yeah, there's been a few up there, but he's definitely one of the favourites. But again, just to let people know, it is the under-18 boys singles. It is 21 shots up. There's no dead ends. And we have a time limit again of 2 hours and 15 minutes. So we're just waiting for the other players to finish their trial ends. They'll ring the bell and we'll get started.
While we're waiting for that, I might do a little plug, if I can, Alan, for Club Pine Rivers. So
of course you can.
We have our junior tournament going on here, obviously, at the moment for the state champs. And it's great to see a whole host of clubs out there that are supporting junior bowls and putting some other tournaments and things on in between to keep them engaged. The kids love competition, so it's important that we have clubs supporting junior bowls. So Pine Rivers has got a junior pairs tournament coming up on Sunday the 16th of March. Under 18s only, 3-bowl pairs, 3 games, decent prize money too. So if you'd like more information on that, you can email the great Ryan Burnett at bowls@clubpinerivers.com.au and you can get some teams in for that one. Should be a great tournament.
I take it it's an open event?
It is an open event, yep, under 18.
Okay. So it can be mixed, can be boys, can be just girls.
Actually, there is a stipulation in the details here.
Okay.
It says all teams must consist of 2 players from the same club. So that's the only restriction. Got to be from the same club. Club uniforms to be worn. So that's another good tournament that's happening. I mentioned in one of the earlier broadcasts, Glasshouse Country Bowls Club are hosting a junior pairs tournament on the 7th and 8th of July. So they're great supporters. There's a Drake's Pride. Great supporters of our junior bowls.
Yeah, so all your bowling requirements, get in contact with the team down there at Drake's Pride. They'll look after you. Anthony, good fella. Big supporter of lawn bowls. There goes the bell. We're off and running.
They'll come out of their corners. We'll see who swings the first punch here, Alan.
See how we go. Well, Thomas is rolling the jack, so he's got the opportunity to set the length. See how he goes. Yeah, so the lengths don't really vary too much. Like I've said a few times now, the juniors are loving the shorter lengths.
A couple of fair bowlers in the background there having a chat. Kelsey and the Great Lurch.
Yeah.
We just saw him on the screen with the Drake's Pride, didn't we?
Yeah, there's bowls royalty everywhere at the moment. Lenny Clark's back in the house. She's having a look around.
Great opener from Tommy. He'll be loving that.
Jarrett's not going to be too far away if he sent this.
It's a good starter even if it's not shot.
Yeah, very good effort that.
Good bowl in the head. Great Ray Glasser here as well.
Yeah, everywhere you look, you're bound to find somebody.
Yeah, Tommy knows he's underdone that one a little bit. He's given that the heave-ho, trying to get it up there.
So Jarrett doesn't need to change too much.
Jarrett hasn't gotten through in any of the sections he's been playing in, but certainly the games I've seen him play, he's been very competitive and very steady, doing very well for someone who's only been playing 2 years.
Yeah, no.
And we've seen a couple of them like that, haven't we? Taylor Bart and Ewan Ironside. Young men with only limited experience doing a great job.
They might have limited experience, but it's not limited ability. They're playing extremely well.
I tell you what, Jarrett's in a good area here. He's in a very, very good area here. Just needs to sit that bowl and then...
Good shot.
That'll be close. Colin Bray is our marker for this game. Experienced bowler. Someone who's always pretty active on the live streaming of our broadcasts. He won't be doing that today. He's got his hands full at the head. He's indicated it's a measure.
Paul's on saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, Paulie Whiteman. Good man, Paul.
See if Jarrett can replay his previous bowl. It doesn't look like it. Didn't seem too happy with that.
I reckon the line's great. It's just down to his run.
I don't think he's going to be too far away.
Fair effort.
Wow. And he was disappointed in that.
Not a bad head of bowls for the first
Good start, yeah. Very good.
Yeah, he's taken one out. Jarrett looks like he might be looking for the second. I think it might be wishful thinking, but you never know.
Oh, I don't mind this, though.
Oh, Don't die wondering, right?
No,
It's not real hard to stick a quick tape on it.
but not everybody has that eye.
Yep.
Some people do. And some people just can't get anywhere near it. I've seen Corey Wedlock stick his head over and go, "We've got one," and it took an umpire 2 goes at it with calipers.
Yep. Oh, not the C word. Oh, don't do it to me, Alan. You start talking about calipers, I'm bringing Richie Benno back out. That's the deal.
No calipers then. So Jarrett stretched this one out a little bit. He didn't like the start with that shorter length.
So we saw this in the first game with the girls electing to start around the clock, and Jarrett's doing the same thing here. He's playing around the clock on his forehand. Tommy electing to play on the inside of this rink. I reckon that's a pretty smart move from Tommy. Stick to one side.
It's not too far away. He's nailed his line. Jarrett's pinched his line this time.
One's just going to slide underneath. Shouldn't worry Tommy.
His weight was good though. It's a little bit disappointed in his line on that.
So nice follow through there from Tommy, staying down, following through the line. And he's going to get the just rewards here because this is going to be a good bowl.
Yep. Vince.
He gets around that, Vince, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Now he's at the Liverpool Catholic Club.
Oh, nice club too.
Now this is a better line from Jarrett. Has he got the run? I don't think he has.
Nah, just going to drop in behind him there, unfortunately. Yeah, Vince, big supporter, always on the stream. Good to have you on board. Don't forget everybody that's watching, hit that share. Let's try and get it out to as many people as we can. So Jarrett just needs to just improve on his weight.
Well, his line's good again. Is it going to hurry?
I don't think he's that far away.
He's just got to hurry around the outside of that one. Oh, mighty effort.
That's a great try. So it's forced Thomas over to the other side.
Doesn't get shot, but forces Tommy to have to bowl a good one to add to it.
Yep.
And like in all formats of the game, you don't mind dropping a single. You just do not want to drop those multiples. And he won't
effort.
drop a multiple here. So it'll be 1 to Tommy Brehmer, a 15-year-old from Algester. He's been playing 3 years, part of the large Algester Junior Academy out there that are doing great things with Glenn Pitts and Brad Harris and all the team. So we've seen Tommy in action with his big bro Trent. Did very well in the pairs tournament.
So Thomas has gone, okay, I'll play you at your length. Stretched it out. Oh, Timmy, what are you trying to do there?
Nice line.
Good
Not
start.
bad weight either.
Yeah, very good.
That's a good question, Tim. Pitsy is not
Trent.
in our vicinity. Looks like he might be with Trent at the moment. Either that or Pitsy's having a little snooze because the pressure's got too much to him.
Yeah. So Jarrett's just dropped one short, pretty much on Thomas's draw line. So he swapped over.
Beautiful change of hands. Look at that.
Very good.
Now, I hope Jarrett doesn't change his hands here.
No.
He hasn't. Good. Because his natural line will be just under his own. It's a nice guide for him. He's just got to have the right weight. He's got lots of good things to go right for him there.
I think his weight's good.
He's very, very close. Colin Bray's getting the chalk ready.
What a shot here.
And rightly so.
Great shot there from Jarrett. Thomas has gone back onto his forehand now and weight.
He's close.
Needs to hold.
He's going to get this clean.
Just that. Oh. Did it kill?
The bowl has gone out of bounds, so he's a bit unlucky there. His touch has gone out of bounds, I believe.
He hasn't killed it.
Colin just waiting for Jarrett to bowl before he picks it up. Yes, so confirming that Tommy's toucher has gone out of bounds and is out of play. So the bowl there of Tommy's just short of the 6 foot mark is the shot.
Jarrett needs to get back.
The problem is that is...
What a shot if he's got... Did he get back?
Yeah, he's in.
What a shot that is.
And rightly, Tommy's going to have a flick because you're not going to outdraw it, but he is leaving Jarrett a lot of room to draw another.
Yes. And this is where a little bit of experience might come in. Jarrett needs to realise he doesn't need to get down to his last bowl. He just needs to beat that one.
Yeah, and he's done it pretty well
at the 2 metre mark.
He's nice and safe here, and he will count.
Needs to stop.
Oh, wowzers. Geez, he's nailed the weight on there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We've said all week, sometimes when they get past that 6 foot mark, you start getting a bit antsy because they do roll on. But, that's a good 2 to Jarrett Coulson. Bit stiff from Tommy. Played a great drive to get that jack through, and his bowl went out of bounds by about a bowl and a half. So very stiff to not have stayed in. As it turned out, though, Jarrett probably would have outdrawn it anyway, even if it had stayed in, because it was a magnificent first bowl of his.
Yeah. He was pretty much right on the lip there.
So cracking start to this game. We've seen some great bowls already. There's no warm-up from these two. They're into it.
So again, the longer lengths. Jarrett looks pretty good too here.
Needs the jack.
He's just going to sail past. Stayed up. So Thomas is urging this one on.
He's trying to create his own westerly breeze with the arm, but
not getting there. So Jarrett again's nailed his line, but he's just racing. They'll be lucky to stay on.
Well, I coined Jarrett the traffic cop earlier in the week because he likes to indicate where things need to be going and what's happening.
So plenty of room here for Thomas. He made a good correction.
So again, the line's pretty good here from Jarrett, but I think he's flying again.
He's got the hand out, but it's not the line. It's the weight.
Fortunately, he's popped 2 into the ditch, so Tommy will be hoping he can nail one here, because whilst he's holding, there is a lot of room there. So he'll be looking for a really good close first here.
He's waving it on as well.
Well, this length's given him a bit to think about, Alan, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's tripped them both. So Jarrett now. Oh,
Seemed to bring his arm across that one a little bit, but I think the line will be okay. So it's going to be
it's down to the weight now.
down to the weight.
Needs to stop. And he hasn't.
Doesn't get the set. Just Tommy says, I've had enough of that backhand. I can't get one close there, so I'm coming out here. And he's done it pretty well too. That will count.
Yep. Good effort that. Sometimes those free kicks are the hardest ones to get. Two it is. Hang on. Two.
So Tommy from Algester squares it back up to 3-all. It's a bit of tension building at the moment, Alan, early in this third round. There's a bit of a hush among the crowd.
Yeah, not a lot of noise, is there?
I think everyone's very pensive with results going down to this last game in the section.
Thomas is staying with the T to T. Good start too.
Yeah, it's pretty good over that length. First up. Spoke in the first game about, or second game, about how important it is to just try and make sure you've got that first bowl up. If it's not a real close one, at least just be that little bit behind the head to give yourself something to correct from, rather than being short. So
Good
Jarrett,
try.
Yeah, that's a fair bowl from Jarrett.
So Thomas now just needs to drop a metre. He's done more than that, unfortunately.
So Jarrett plays out of Glasshouse Mountains under the tutelage of Bill Tunbridge and the team up there. Bill does a wonderful job with his juniors up there. Support of his club and committee.
So Jarrett's just dropped another one.
I'm presuming they both count, yeah?
I think so.
Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
That's two at the moment to Jarrett. They're far enough away that the player of Tommy's ability, he's a good chance of beating those. But it's not going to be with this one.
Fiona, no, we've got one more game after this one to stream. It'll be an under-18 girls match. So you've got plenty of bowls to watch yet, Fiona.
I tell you what, Jarrett's done a terrific job of correcting his line here. This is a great bowl.
Sitting behind it.
Yeah, it gives Tommy nothing to sit on. That's a terrific bowl.
And Mary watching again in from Fife in Scotland. Good to have you on board as always, Mary.
Must be starting to get a bit late over there, Mary. I bet you're tucked up in bed again like you were the other day. He needs the rub. Ooh.
Wasn't kind.
So we talked about free kicks last end. Here's one for Jarrett. He's got about a 8-foot radius.
He's definitely thrown this one out.
Yeah, the line will count, but I think it's his weight that's going to kill him. So he misses out there, Jarrett.
Yeah, again.
So we'll see what...
Marker's got 3 out already.
Yeah, Collins on the ball. He's a good marker, very knowledgeable lawn bowler. And like all good markers, he's sort of working a step ahead to what a player might ask or what might be happening at the head. Certainly helps to make for a smoother game, and as a player, you know, when you've got a confident marker, you feel so much more comfortable about asking questions and confidence in the responses that you're getting.
Yeah. The more experienced players will ask the question.
I don't think these boys have asked a question yet.
And then they'll go and have a look to see if they can trust their marker.
Has he got the jack this time?
Just a little piece of it.
Just coming back to the clubhouse, Jarrett's just found it a bit tougher. He seems to have found his rhythm and line on his forehand going away from the clubhouse, but as we spoke about, he's playing around the clock, so when he's playing away from the clubhouse, he's playing a hand that's a little bit tighter, but then when he's switching over, coming back towards the clubhouse, he's playing a hand that's 2.5 feet probably wider than the other side, and he's just not quite making that adjustment.
So Thomas, plenty of room. Doesn't want that jack.
No, he does not.
He was lucky there.
I think he's lost that one in the ditch too, Tommy.
Yeah.
So, oh no, Colin's forgotten about the camera. Actually, in his defence, he was being good there because Jarrett was on the mark. On the mat ready to bowl, so Colin didn't want to move, so that's fair enough. And this is a good correction here from Jarrett. That's a lovely bowl. $3:50 a.m, Mary. Goodness me. Cup of tea and some painkillers there. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear your knee's not so good. I bet that weather's not helping it either.
No. Yep. So Jarrett's just a little bit short, yeah. And again, what you're saying, coming back this way, he's just a little bit all over the place at the moment.
So interesting choice of shot here from Tommy. He's looking for the jack or the bowl. He's going to get a piece
want that.
of that. I actually wondered whether he might have changed his hand to his backhand with that last bowl and just sort of played, a yard over to come off the edge of his own and maybe sit Jarrett out. But he decided to play a bit more weight on his forehand, which is fair enough. That's where he'd had his previous bowls on that end. It just caught that front one.
So another one there to Jarrett. Takes the score now to 3-8. Thomas 3, Jarrett 8. 7. Oh, he jumped the gun on me again. Robbie's just getting too quick.
So a reminder as well, the magic number for Jarrett's 19 rather than 21 in terms of progression through the section. So I had a chat to him beforehand and he knew what the equation was, but he had the right attitude. He said to me, don't worry about that, I've just got to win the game.
That's exactly right.
So, but he's fully aware of the game situation, which is good. You need to be.
Takes all the calculators out of the game if he wins.
Absolutely.
So Luke Turner, is he having a little dig there, or?
No,
he might be.
Lukey's a good mate of mine.
I think he's still having a little dig.
He's a Tasmanian boy. We both played at the same club down in Tassie, the Derwent City Cockatoos.
Hey, what?
We were the mighty Cockatoos, mate. Back at North Hobart Oval. I don't know if you've ever been down to Hobart. No, so one of the iconic football grounds in Tasmania, North Hobart Oval. 3 green club at the back of that, behind the goalpost. So as we were starting the season in September and the footy finals were on, you'd quite often get a Sherrin come bouncing onto the green. Have seen a few jacks displaced and bowls moved with the Sherrin coming through. So that was always fun.
So Jarrett's on the run here. Look, slow down. Yeah, he's a little bit heavy there. So got a little bit of interest on the Second rink over. Got a little Osprey playing over there. Young Jalen, hopefully he goes well.
Yeah.
Ewan Ironside was just a little bit too good for him.
Good shot there from Tommy. So
in his previous game.
That's a good start for him. 2 bowls in the head in good positions. So it's exactly what you're after. Now he's running here, Jarrett. He's going to need to land something. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's 3 bullets down without a bowl within 4-5 feet.
Yeah, I don't think he needs that sort of weight.
Not when you're 7-3 up.
No.
Draw close, try and get second.
Second shot's very good at this stage.
So Tommy will be trying to pile on the pressure here now.
He needs to stop as well. Well, he kind of let him off the hook there a little bit. Jarrett's grasped this one nicely.
He has. And
It's
he
all
needs
down
it to
to
be
his
good.
weight.
He needs it to be good.
He's very close.
Oh, wow. That's a great bowl and gets the shot.
Gets the shot with that last one.
Wibble wobble.
Now does
Gets the job done.
Thomas look for the bowl, or is he going to draw? Little trail. He only needs to trail it, say, 6 inches for 3.
Oh, goodness.
No.
He was having a good hard look at that. There's a few options, and I think that comes down to, I think, what you were saying in the previous game, Alan. You play the shot that you feel you the best chance of getting the result.
Yep.
Some players would feel comfortable with a yard of weight to maybe sit Jarrett through the head or trail the jack and that sort of thing, because that's the shot they'd prefer to play. But Tommy preferred to play a bit of weight at that. And bowl clean was worth 2 to him, so that's fair enough.
Yeah, that little bit of pressure with that last bowl of Jarrett's getting in there. And that also comes back to that one we were talking about before, that one bowl. That gets in the back of your mind as well, doesn't it? It keeps getting one in.
So it'll be interesting to see if Jarrett decides to change his hand, because he's struggled with the last few ends coming this way on the forehand.
Nope.
No, he's staying out there, so he just needs to remember to take a little bit more grass than what he does when he goes the other way. And he's done that this time. And he's a bit runny.
Yeah, be lucky to stay on with that weight.
Yeah, looks like Collins picking that one out.
That's the other thing he's missed coming this way as well. He's been a little bit heavy. So hopefully he can improve on that.
Well, if he does, he's going to be in a very positive position to win the match, isn't he? Because he's holding a 5-shot lead as it is.
Great start there from Thomas.
And that's despite the fact that he's struggling a little bit this way. So Tommy's just doing the right thing here. He's just trying to block that 1 or 2 bowls that Jarrett's getting in there, not letting it frustrate him. He's just going to keep piling them in. Now Jarrett's done a better job here this time. That's a lovely lawn bowl. Oh.
Right, try that. With that bowl there that he's just dropped in, he can afford to be a little bit more positive as well. Can use that bowl to get down to Thomas's bowl.
He's opened his margin of error up, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's, you know, he arrives with just over draw weight in that area. He gets a good result. And that hasn't changed with that bowl. So.
No. There's not a lot of chat between the players and the marker. Not seeing much at all. Thomas has asked a couple of questions, but you'd like to be hearing a little bit more, wouldn't you?
The marker probably doesn't, but...
No.
Colin's quite happy to sit back and watch. trying to hold up, which it does do on that hand. Just didn't get there.
Well, that should change. No, it's not going to. Jarrett needs to be careful here.
He is under the line.
It's a big chance if he's got the weight to carry him through those bowls. No. So Thomas now. Chance here. Rive on any of those bowls on the front there. If he's around the inside half of that bowl, would be good.
Well, he gets a good result here. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He might have been stiff there and he still might only have one.
If he gets that past his own bowl, he's got a couple.
Colin's not giving anything away this time.
Oh, Cole, you let me down.
Oh no, he's only got one paddle at the ready.
One paddle.
Yep.
One it is.
He was very stiff there, Tommy.
Yeah. No, two.
Oh no, it is two. My apologies. Now Colin's tricking me.
Gee, Colin's playing games out there. We'll have to have words with him.
That brings Tommy Brehmer closing the gap now. Jarrett Coulson.
So here we go. Change in length.
Fred and Leslie Silver, hello to you both. Lots of Tasmanians on the broadcast today. Great Freddie Silver. Good to have you with us.
Not much to do in Tassie.
Oh, mate. You can't say that when you haven't been there. It's a magnificent place.
Yeah.
Magnificent area of the world.
So Jarrett's just missed his line on that one. He's come this way. He's been pretty good with his line.
Yep. Tommy definitely has picked up a cog or two in the last few ends. He's just honing in a little bit more consistency. So this is an important time in the game now for Jarrett to just match that. Keep with him.
Yeah, he's probably a little bit quick on that one. Found his line that time.
Yeah, this is pretty good again from Tommy.
Doesn't want any of that jack.
He'll be happy with that.
Ooh.
Creates a port. Interestingly, Jarrett's changing hands here. Is he playing biggish weight? Oh. Interesting choice of hand. Hasn't had one out here, I don't think.
No.
And plays a sort of funny in-between weight. So true, Mike, especially in daylight savings, Mike. Plenty of bowling to be done after hours down there in Tassie as well. It's light till a good 8:30, quarter to 9 at night. You can still be out bowling.
That's 4 good bowls there from Thomas. Bit of pressure on Jarrett. He's gone back to his forehand.
Well, he's been a bit all over the place this end with his tactics and shots he's playing.
If it can get down, he's close. No. Unlucky there.
So that's a great pick up for Tommy. We're just changing views. We've just lost one of the cameras there at the moment, but we'll get that sorted out. Yep, and as predicted,
4.
marker Colin Bray indicates 4 shots.
Well, he definitely had the score on the card before he put the paddles up.
Yep, that was a pretty straightforward one.
So what does Thomas do now? Does he stretch it back out, or is he... No, he's going to stay long. Short, I should say. I thought he might have gone for the longer length again. Just try and keep Jarrett guessing.
Particularly since Jarrett had struggled to get his weight in line on that longer length coming back this way. As we spoke about, you tend to try and play to your own strengths to begin with. Tommy maybe feels that this is his best chance to get as many bowls as close as possible by playing this length for his own game. Looks like a pretty good decision with that one there.
Good starter.
So Jarrett's going to have a look out here too now. That's probably not a bad idea because he has struggled to get the forehand line coming this way. Change it up.
Yeah, again. So a little bit of pressure. Needs this to get round that bowl. Has done it. Jarrett now.
He's definitely given that one the right air.
He needs it to run.
It's trying. Just pulls up.
Just short.
Probably will force Tommy to change hands.
He's the only one out there asking the questions at the moment. So Jarrett's goal is to just get inside of Thomas's back bowl there.
Not sure he's going to come back on that hand.
It's trying.
Yeah.
It's trying.
Perfectly weighted. What a magnificent bowl.
That's the bowl he wanted.
Perfectly weighted to just hook home. Tommy switching back. I'm not sure that's got the run. So that was a great saving bowl from Jarrett. There we go. Jarrett's asked his first question. Good on you, my boy. Just confirming he's got the shot.
Now he's going to swap over. Love to get a little touch on that jack for two. Don't think he's here.
Just pulls it up a bit short. So Jarrett just extends his lead a little. Tommy Brehmer trailing. Oh, sorry. Actually, that locks it up. 9-all.
It's okay. Troy's been asleep.
I did have an iced coffee at lunch, but maybe should have made it a double shot.
I had a coffee this morning, and the cup was probably a normal size cup, and it had 3 shots in it. That's how they serve it. 3.
Gee.
So yeah, I think I'll be awake tomorrow.
I reckon you could go out with Keegan down to Time Zone tonight, mate. Between you and him on your coffees and your red cordial. Well, there you go.
And it's a good coffee too. Anybody in the Helensvale area, there's a little place, I think they call it 3 Tree Frogs. It's just behind the new McDonald's. They do a brekkie burger. Oh, how good is that?
Are you trying to get some free breakfast there tomorrow morning?
No. I've had the brekkie burger there twice now, and it's been spot on for both. There's egg, bacon, beef, spinach, hash brown, tomato relish. It's really good.
Take the phone in tomorrow morning. Let them have a listen of the live stream. Let them know you've given them a free plug.
Yeah. No, beautiful place.
This is a great bowl from Tommy. Jarrett unfortunately drops short with his first, and Tommy makes him pay there.
Yep.
Good shot.
And that's what you need to do in singles. If the door's open, you need to walk through it.
Traffic cops just asking those to the left to just wait while oncoming traffic comes through. He's just left it short.
Slowly getting there.
Good positive bowl here from Tommy. He knows that if he doesn't play this hand, that Jarrett's got some options down there.
Yep.
So early in the end, change hands, try and block that off, trail the jack. He hasn't executed it, but the thinking was good.
So let's see how Jarrett goes this time.
Well, I like the line. The line's terrific.
Needs to drop. Needs to drop harder. Harder.
What a bowl.
That's a great effort.
What a bowl that is. Boy, oh boy. And it wouldn't look pretty for Tommy from the other end.
Needs this to hold. Just needs a little piece of that bowl.
He's trying to hold for him.
Great try.
Tommy's got one left in the chamber, but he doesn't have a bowl past the jack. Jarrett now has shot and one behind the jack.
Yeah, it was a good shot, Mary. We'll get Robbie to get rid of that comment.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, he doesn't need this.
Oh dear. He could well.
Wow.
We'll wait for what Colin Bray says. No.
No, still one to Jarrett, is he saying?
Yeah, one down. Wow. But at least he's given him an option on either hand now to be able to land where he didn't have that option previously. Geez, he was unlucky there, Jarrett. Don't think Tommy's quite reached.
Yeah, he just needs that running. Oh, he's still coming. No.
So Jarrett can breathe a sigh of relief that he hasn't taken shot off himself. It was a great bowl in its own right, but it was just a little bit too close for comfort, wasn't it? It's too good.
Everybody would have been holding their breath. So just the one.
Lee Ryan, it's a great segue. Lee's loving these junior champs, would love to get a few in Nanango. And Lee, I think your sentiments shared amongst everyone who's been involved in these junior titles. It's a very energising and invigorating experience, seeing these young people out on the green and getting clubs to drive junior involvement at their clubs is very important, and certainly my role as a club support manager with Bowls Australia, myself and my other counterparts in whatever state or region you're working in are certainly there to support you. Regardless of where you're at with your junior program, whether you've got one yet or not, if you've got a couple of juniors and you're wondering how to take the next step or what you need to do next, reach out, because we can certainly assist you with some resources and guidance and help with how to do that. If you go onto the Bowls Australia website, in the staffing section there, you can plug in your town or city and it will let you know who your club support manager is for your region. We'd love to help you get some things going there in Nanango.
Yeah, there is a little bit involved, isn't there, trying to get the juniors up and running. You've got to have things in place, especially for the coaching side of it. Definitely have to have all the clearances.
Well, the great thing about Blue Card for non-for-profit, there's no cost.
Free. Yep.
There's no cost, so there's no cost for clubs. It's a really simple process to go on and apply for a Blue Card. So clubs don't need to see that as too much of a barrier, but certainly you need to have 2 or 3 people who will sort of run with it and be totally responsible. And then if you can get another small group around you to do bits and bobs and help out, but the hardest thing is to get them there.
Yeah.
Once you've got them there, they're hooked.
Yep.
And you just got to keep them engaged and keep things fun and challenging for them. It's just that initial step of getting them there.
Good shot there from Thomas. Just picked a little piece of the jack up, just enough to get him shot.
And the secondary schools cup that Bowls Queensland will be running in August. That's a great way for clubs to get involved and get some new juniors through their program.
Here comes Jarrett again.
And jeez, that's a great. He's a bit stiff. He didn't roll the other way there, but that's a good bowl.
Yeah, it was. I think Wiz was talking about that when he was on. Brett Wilkie was saying how one or two of these, maybe more, have come through that secondary schools competition. Not as the bowler, but as the one that's not the bowler, and really enjoyed it and taken the sport up. So yeah, it is a good pathway.
And you have a look at the title winners on Bowls Queensland's website. There's some very, very good names that have won that secondary schools cup. It's a very good indicator and predictor of future ability. And for those not familiar with the format, it's pairs, and only one of the pair is allowed to be a registered bowler. So yeah, the other needs to be a new bowler from that person's school. So it's a great way for, say, Tommy or Jarrett to get a mate from school who doesn't play.
Yep.
Bring them along, give them some training.
That's how Tyler Mason got into it.
Yeah.
So Tyler Mason got into the game that way.
Yep.
So one there to Tommy. So with regards to that, that's myself and David Barnes are very happy to help clubs work out how they go about approaching their schools and trying to get a program established there for that secondary schools cup. The club secretaries and key contacts that we have will have now received some detailed information on that secondary schools cup.
Now Fiona Hall, behave.
Oh, Fiona, that's fantastic.
No.
No, that's nearly better than your little mountain.
No. Fiona, what are you doing? I didn't think you would stoop to that.
It's a little bit funny.
So Thomas now very close. Needs it to hurry. It's not a bad spot there.
I like the track on this. It's all weight for Jarrett here.
He's not too far away.
It's trying to creep up.
Yeah, just not quite there. So will Thomas drop over? Looks like he's going to. Each time he's done this, he's corrected nicely. Changed hands. He's lobbed it straight onto the jack. So see how he goes.
His track's pretty good. Yeah, nice change of hands there from Tommy.
Yep. So Jarrett's dropped over as well.
Pitsy has now made his way down to check on his charge. He'd be pretty happy to see Tommy well and truly in this game.
Jarrett just needed a little bit more weight on that one.
He's in the area again here.
He'd love to be able to pick that jack up and take it for a little walk.
That's lovely bowling.
So Jarrett now can be a little bit more direct. Probably not that direct with that weight.
Yeah, his line was direct, but the weight didn't match it.
No. There is that little shoulder there to lean on.
Jarrett doesn't have a bowl behind the head, so Tommy doesn't need to worry about anything out the back.
Nope.
He'll be looking to trail this jack a foot, tuck it round the corner, make it nigh on impossible
really
for
hard
Jarrett to get to it. Yep.
Yep. Again, you're playing to your strengths. I haven't seen Jarrett let one go, so I don't know.
I'm not sure if he's got that in his arsenal or not. He could do, but he hasn't shown us it.
Close.
There's a little
Close.
hole there.
Oh,
Might
right
still be good
idea
enough.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone back to his forehand. That's not going to help him. He's turned his back.
So that's a big end for Tommy Brehmer. He'll wait for Jarrett to come down to confirm the head. It's interesting style because Tommy's pretty fidgety and he wants to keep on the move, keep the game moving, and Jarrett's quite happy just to stroll down, slow things down.
No rush. Yeah.
So it's the full four.
Yep. It looked like just one big one.
It's the power surge.
Spread them out.
Look out, Colin Bray. Robbie will be out after you in a minute.
Not only does he have a big stick for people standing in front of the camera, but he's got one for the markers that don't do their job properly too. So Thomas is doing a good thing here. He's changing the lengths. He's not letting Jarrett get comfortable.
He really didn't like that one, Tommy. He wears his heart in his sleeve. He looked like he'd sucked on a lemon after he delivered that one with the face he pulled. He didn't like it. Now Jarrett's got good line here, all on his weight.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good start.
Being that little bit heavier gives you the speed to get it there, so just has to take a little bit off. Not much. So Thomas has changed his hand again. Each time he's done this, he's been in the area. And once again...
Yeah, he has been very good at that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Making that adjustment. Well, both of these guys should have a very good handle on this TV rink. They've both been on it a few times.
Yep.
They should have come into this game having a good idea of what it was going to do.
This rink is probably different to what they played on because we've shifted across the pool now. I don't think they've played on this rink itself.
So Thomas close again.
Jarrett, he'll just be trying to beat his last.
Yeah, Jarrett's
Beats his last, he counts.
getting a little bit confused with Jarrett at the moment. He's a little bit all over the place. He's gone forehand, backhand, forehand. There wasn't really any need for him to change his hand. So Thomas gets that jack, he's in trouble.
Might be one in, one out. Could be two.
Oh, I thought Jarrett was going to change his hand again then.
Robbie indicating it's two. Oh, I think that might be a bit tight. He's going to need weight to land something here, which he hasn't got. Colin's having a good look at this one, so it might be closer for the second one. So one comes out. Tommy says, can I grab a measure, please? Well, we've seen Jarrett's measure before. She's a beauty.
Yeah.
About 3 times older than him, this measure. They made him well back then, Alan. Still going strong.
Yeah, the new string ones.
Oh, yeah.
You let them go once, and that's it.
It looks like Tommy's shot.
Two.
It is two.
Marker has put the paddles up and actually spread them out for you that time. Yep. You got a bit worried about Robbie coming out there with the big stick.
Yeah, Robbie's voodoo travelled through the airwaves, got to him. So for those just joining us in the situation of this section, the winner of this game essentially wins the section. The only caveat on that is that Jarrett Coulson has won one extra game to this point. So it is a 21 shot up game, but for who progresses, Tommy's trying to get to 21 and Jarrett's trying to get to 19 before Tommy does that. So it is possible for Jarrett to drop the match but still progress in the section. In some ways you could say it's 16-12 at the moment.
And that's a good starter. He needs to keep the foot down. So Jarrett needs this to hurry.
It's a good effort. Gives him something to work with. There's been a definite change in the game over the last sort of 5 to 6 ends. Tommy's really improved his consistency and the bowls that he's getting in the area. And Jarrett's just come off a little. He came out at all guns blazing and was playing some really good consistent bowls, but he's sort of come back to just sticking an odd one in here and there.
What's going on there, Marker?
Oh, I think Colin just didn't want to move while Jarrett was on the mat. And again, it's another one in the area, but still one down. I like his bowls now, Tommy. When you have a look at some of the other juniors we've seen, he understands a head well, knows the right questions to ask. He's got a pretty old head on his shoulders as far as his bowls now goes.
Careful. Ugly.
Yeah, so Jarrett's got some chances down through that port. He's got his own 2 coming up. Find the hole for the jack.
We can see it now. It's much better when it's covered up.
You're going to have to at least pass the head now, Jarrett, to give yourself a good bowl in there. Yeah, so he has got a good receiver back there. It's probably the right weight to play, Alan.
Yeah.
Just needs to bring that line in.
So Thomas now needs to sneak around. He'd love to cover that jack up again.
He's close. That's a great bowl. Oh, unfortunate that he's plugged that hole.
Wow.
Ooh, Jarrett.
Wow.
He's changing hands.
Don't.
I'm not saying anything until it
No.
finishes because it could be a stroke of genius, but
It's close if it drops. It's not going to drop hard enough. Okay, so that's 3 down, I would say. Jarrett's just lost it a little bit there. I think a better option on the forehand with a little bit of weight. He's got his own bowls to play into. If he misses them, he's underneath to the shot bowls.
geez, a game of singles can change quickly, can't it?
Yeah.
A couple of ends ago it was all tied away, and now all of a sudden Tommy's within one decent end of finishing this one up and taking the section.
Yeah, this could be the last end.
But to be honest, though, Tommy's bowls the last 3 ends
Tightened right up.
really good bowls. Puts him at level.
Tommy is on the voodoo number though for this ring. We've had
19, yes.
both our games have gone 19 all previously. So Tommy will be trying to break that hoodoo.
This is a massive bowl. Because you don't want to get complacent now. You're 9 shots up. You only need 2. You want to keep that foot down. Keep it on the pedal. Keep it going. Yeah, just a little bit unlucky there. Just missed his line.
Jarrett hasn't. He's got perfect line. His is all about weight.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Making its way up. It's a good effort.
It's a better line.
watching intently.
Just a little bit quick that time.
He was pleading
Line
for it
was
to
good.
bend. So Tommy was just asking Pitsy on the sidelines whether he's up or down, and I think Pitsy indicated that he's down. So it looks as though Jarrett's bowl at the front.
Not sure what the indication from the marker was. Did he
No,
say measure?
I didn't catch it.
I think I'm trusting Pitsy's eye.
He's willing it on.
This
Well,
probably
I don't think there's any question now. I'd say that's probably
it's
shot.
shot.
If it was close before, that's closer. So
Jarrett's got this on a good line.
he certainly has. This
It's
is
all
a
on his
great
weight
bowl.
now.
This is an absolute howler. Look at this.
Yep.
What a great bowl under pressure.
So that should see Thomas drop back over.
Well, he's got a chance to hold game here, hasn't he?
Yep.
Makes contact on that front bowl. He'll be holding at least 2 or 3.
Might be a bit quick.
Needs it to rip.
It's not going to.
Okay.
The eyes lit up there, but it's a tough shot. As we know, that with the wrong weight, that hand can be a little bit sticky.
Oh, an ounce less
Hang on
weight.
a minute. Does that now give him 2?
Well, Colin's already written down the score on the scorecard, so I'd say it's 1. It is 1.
1.
We're on our second last day of competition at the State Juniors, and our first day of split action. So we have sections being played at Club Robina today.
Good little club, Robina.
Yeah, it's nice. They're settled in the suburbs in the
Yep.
little valley.
If you don't know where it is, it's very hard to find.
And if you're looking to buy somewhere to live and you want a nice little unit or something like that and you love your bowls, there's some units over the back of the Club Robina greens. The best bowls viewing you'd ever hope for there. Get yourself one of those units sitting out in the balcony with a coffee, looking down over the greens. You'd put a little gate in for yourself, wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%.
On your fence?
Just cut straight through. Grinder.
Good opener here from Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. You need to keep that pressure on. You can't become complacent. Like,
So
I only
first
need
bowl,
2.
isn't it?
Yeah, I only need 2 type of thing. You don't want to think that. You just want to same thought processes as your last 19 shots.
It's a good effort from Jarrett. It's not going to get shot. Yeah. Makes it difficult for him to get a clear path through to the jack on that forehand now without changing his weight.
So Thomas again swapped over, and he's very close. He'd love a piece of the jack, tuck it in behind there,
Oh, that's a great bowl.
and there's no target really. Well,
He needs to bowl a howler here,
Jarrett, he does.
Otherwise it's going to be game over very soon.
City or the bush.
He's
Like
going to have
that
to do it with
track.
his last.
Well, hang on a minute. Thomas, don't go jumping the gun. That bowl hadn't stopped.
Yeah, is it going to stay on for him at the back?
It will
It
stay
does.
on, but Jarrett can't play that shot. Jarrett's got to play. He's got to reach, that's all. He had a good
Ooh.
line with his first. He
He's
hasn't got the
tightish.
weight.
So
That'll be it.
Tommy will put the last bullet back in the holster. A great fight from Jarrett. Coulson started the game really strongly. But well done to Tommy Brehmer, who held his nerve, worked his way into the game beautifully, really tightened up his heads, and he will go through and take this section now, section 1 of the under-18 boys singles, with a pretty convincing effort in the end against Jarrett Coulson. Well done to both boys. Played in good time too.
Yep.
Still plenty of time on the clock. Time for you and I to go out for a roll-up, Alan.
Well, what?
Go on, you know what that thing you do where you go and practice with the lawn bowls?
Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that here.
Too scared, are you, mate? You'll get shown up.
Great effort there. So, things going to plan. There could be a Brehmer final. That would be interesting.
Yeah, well, when we come back for post-sectional, we'll try to do a little summary for you and give you an idea of where everyone is and who's who in the zoo. Of course, you'll be able to keep up to date with all the results in BowlsLink as well. But we'll try to do our best to provide you with some information around how the sections are finished up and what the post-sectionals look like.
So, wait time will be interesting because we've still got an hour and 10 minutes left on our clock. So
we've got some games, I can see it, I think it's a 12-10 game over there, so it could well be somewhere between the next hour. They'll start, and then they've got to calculate the cards and work out the results of the sections as well before they get back out there. So it's probably, we're probably looking around 330 people, but as normal, keep those notifications pinned. Yeah, we'll let you know.
Keep the notifications up. If we happen to go live earlier, you'll get that little notification to let you know. So we'll keep you posted as best we can. So we just have to wait to see.
Oh, the good thing about this game finishing, I'm going to be able to fly out and see how the Flyers doing.
Oh,
I'm not even quite sure what green he's on.
Could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere, Latrell.
So Troy will go and find Latrell. So we will sign off. Keep your notifications on so we can let you know when we come back on. So again, Day 6 of the 2025 Bowls Queensland Junior State Championships, proudly supported by Drake's Pride and BCIB Insurance Brokers, and our two wonderful host venues in Club Helensvale and also Club Rabina. Big thank you to all staff involved. Bowls Queensland also like to thank Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, Ace at Sport, J. Carroll Club Promotions and the Bioscapes Group. Remember, if you need any of those, please contact them and support those that support our great game. Drake's Pride, for all your bowling requirements. Get in touch. They can definitely help you out. And there we go again, from casual bowls to winning golds. Whoever's writing their slogans down there, absolute rippers. Drake's Pride. But again, we're going to sign off. Thank you very much for joining us for that one. We've got one more game to go. Again, keep your notifications up. We'll let you know when we go live. Until that happens, happy bowling. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And thank you very much for joining in on this one. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.